next important thing is the characteristics of the individual. We call this entrepreneur characteristics, you know. If you're going to operate a business, it's much different than working for someone else. If you have a job, maybe it's 40 hours a week, depending upon what kind of job you have, and it's 8 to 5, so you can go to work and finish work, and then you go home, and you don't have to worry about it. But the owner does.
Yes.
And so if you're going to own a business, you need to be able to wear many different hats. You need to be not only, you have to worry about the payroll, paying your employees if you have employees.
Yes.
You need to worry about collecting your bills. Are the people that's buying your product or service, are they paying you?
Okay.
You need to worry about, do I have insurance?
Yes.
Have I paid my taxes? Both state and federal and local, and sales tax.
Yes.
You have to worry about, do I have product here for tomorrow so I can continue to serve my customers? So you have to wear many hats, keep many balls in the air at one time. And you have to be able to walk away from that also. If you're going to worry about it all the time, then maybe you shouldn't be a business owner.
Yes.
But it will always be on your mind. So you have to be able to stand that stress.
Okay. Let me ask you, sorry. Okay.
Please.
Like if you work for someone, you know, and weekend or maybe Friday or Wednesday, your check is sure, your check will come sure, you know, you don't need to worry. Okay, I will get on Friday, or some get on Wednesday, or bi-weekly or bi-weekly. But if you are an owner, you know, so that payroll is, at the time of payroll, you will get, sometimes you get a headache, you know.
It could be. You need to have the money to meet the payroll.
Yes. And why people buy your product? That's one of the main topics, I believe, you know. Why people buy my product, my service.
Exactly. You know, one of the things that I would suggest that a person do before they go into business is that they study the market, make sure there is a demand for the product or the service that they're going to provide, that they go out and study their competition.
Yes.
Go out and choose 3 or 4 of the best people in that line of business in the community. Go see what type of service they're providing, try to determine what prices they charge, the quality of their product and their services, and then look at what they're going to do as a business owner. And are they going to be equal to or better than those people to create a reason why the customers would change from one company to another, one business to another.
Yes.
So benchmarking the competition and understanding the market is very, very important.
Very important, okay.
The other thing from an entrepreneur characteristic standpoint is that the people have to be very resourceful. You know, if you can't make payroll, where are you going to go to get the money to do that? So you need to try to establish a line of credit, or at least have enough capital to carry you through the first few months of being in business when your income may not be enough to cover your expenses.
Correct, yeah.
You have to be well organized because of all the different hats and all the different balls you've got in the air. You have to be very well organized to stay on top of all these things. You have to be a hard worker. You have to be persistent. You have to be able to make decisions and make decisions quickly.
Okay. How about risk-taking?
Well, there are risks. So you have to be able to take a risk and deal with that. And you need the support of your family. You know, so instead of working 40 hours a week, working for someone else, you're going to be trying, this business is going to be on your mind 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your family needs to understand that and be supportive of what you're doing.
Yes, so you need to, how to balance between your family and then your job, right? So,
correct.
Right, so yeah.
We recommend that people try to put together a business plan before they go into business, and SCORE can help you do that. You know, to the people that are looking at the video, there are 364 SCORE locations throughout the country. Their mentoring is free. You can find out where the closest SCORE chapter is by going to the National SCORE website, which is www.score.org, inputting your zip code, and it will come back and tell you where the the closest local SCORE office
Okay.
is.
Okay.
And then you can engage that office to schedule yourself an appointment. Or you can actually schedule yourself online and they'll tell you when to come in for an appointment. But they will help you through the steps of some of the things we just talked about. We talked about benchmarking your competition, studying the market. They will help you put together your financials based upon your sales forecast, your forecast of your expenditures and so forth. And they will help you make a decision then of should I spend money and go into business with this idea or should I not? You know? There's nothing wrong with studying something and saying, I don't think this is going to work, so we'll try another idea. We'd rather see you choose an idea that's going to work than to choose one and fail.
Yes. So we all really need a mentoring, you know. So when we, for example, like when we start to do business and we have an idea or we have a resource, or we will come to SCORE and ask, and then they will give us advice.
Correct.
And then if something wrong or if something is going to wrong, we'll come and talk again, you know.
And get more advice. Most of the SCORE volunteers, many of the SCORE volunteers are retired, so they have 40, 50 years of experience, you know. So during those 40 or 50 years of experience, they've been faced with many situations to deal with in business. We can't tell you how to run your business, and we won't run your business for you, but we'll share experiences with you and make suggestions. Then you can make a decision about what you think you should do.
I see. So.
And you don't have to stop after one visit. We encourage you to come back as often as necessary, and hopefully you can link up with some mentor who has experiences close to you and you feel comfortable with, and you can establish an ongoing relationship.
Okay.
And there's many elements involved in a business plan. You need to be able to provide a description of your business. You need to be able to determine how much money is required. If you look at starting a business, sometimes you have to invest in equipment and material and so forth. Those are what we call startup costs. So you determine what your startup costs are. You put together a forecast of your sales and expenses on a monthly basis for the first year or two. And then you may actually lose money the first few months that you're in business. So not only do you need enough money to start the business up, but you need enough money to cover the initial losses that you're going to have. SCORE will also give you advice on how you go to a bank, and we'll talk about the 6 C's of credit. And will help you be prepared to go to a bank and to borrow money if you need to. And if you do need to borrow money, you'll need to have at least 20 to 30% of the capital that's required yourself in order before the bank will consider the loan.
So just last question, okay? To set up our own business, compare with the franchise, what do you think?
Well, there's many different types of businesses. One can look at many different things that one can do. One can look at buying an existing business, and that's perhaps a very easy thing to do because the business is in place, it's operating, the customers are established, etc. And you should be able to get access to the books of the business and be able to see how much money they're making. You need to get an accountant's help to do that. Then you can determine, is the selling price that the individual has for the business is a reasonable selling price? Will I make my money back in a reasonable period of time? So that's much easier than starting a business up from scratch, because you have to determine what service you're going to provide, what product you're going to provide. You have to establish relationships with customers. You have to go out and do marketing in order to make people aware of who you are. So that's more difficult. Another way to do is a franchise, as you mentioned. In a franchise, you pay a fee up front to buy a business in which the product and the systems are already established. And all you have to do is work hard to get the business going in the particular place it is. Location is extremely important in all types of businesses, whether they're franchises or existing businesses or new businesses. So again, that's part of looking at your market and determining where you should go. there's other businesses. The cheapest business to get started up is like a home-based business, one that you would operate from your home.
Okay.
Because there won't be any rent required. You'll have to register your business and so forth. But and you may have to buy a computer or whatever. It depends upon if you're doing a service or you're selling a product.
Okay.
But that's much lower cost than starting up a business that requires you to rent or build a facility, to buy inventory, to sell a product, etc.
Okay. So home base is the easiest one to start out.
Easiest. You can also start up an internet-based businesses, an e-business, okay? And there you can conduct business over the internet, but you still have to have product to buy and sell. In some cases, in an internet business, you can buy a product that you never take possession of. You can buy it from someone else, mark it up and sell it to another person, and it's just a paper transaction without you ever physically taking possession of the inventory.
Okay. Thank you very much, Bill.
All right. Thank you, Tom.
Okay. ကျွန်တော်တို့အခုဒီ Bill နဲ့ Bill ရဲ့ဆွေးနွေးချက်တွေပေါ့နော် Bill ရဲ့ဆွေးနွေးချက်တွေထဲမှာကျွန်တော်တို့ကိုယ်ပိုင်စီးပွားရေးကိုဘယ်လိုစထောင်ရမလဲဆိုတာအကြမ်းပြင်းသူရှင်းပြသွားပါတယ်နော်အဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ကအမေရိကန်ပြည်ထောင်စုကိုလာရောက်နေထိုင်နေလုံနီးလုံဟာနီးစတက်တွေကဗမာပြည်ကအနေထားနဲ့လုံးဝမတူပါဘူးနော်တူတာတွေလည်းရှိကောင်းရှိပါလိမ့်မယ်နော်အဲ့တော့ဒီနိုင်ငံဒီစရိုက်နဲ့ဒီစနစ်တွေကြားထဲမှာကျွန်တော်တို့ဗမာပြည်သားတွေကကိုယ်ပိုင်စီးပွားရေးကိုထူထောင်ဖို့မျက်လုံးဖွင့်ကြည့်တင်ပါတယ်နော်ဒါလို့မျက်လုံးဖွင့်ကြည့်တဲ့နေရာမှာလည်းကိုယ်နဲ့ကိုက်ညီမကိုက်ညီဘူးကိုလည်းပြန်ပြီးတော့စဉ်းစားကြည့်ချင်ပါတယ်နော်ဒီကိုယ်ပိုင်စီးပွားရေးထောင်နေဆိုတာစွန့်စားမှုတွေရှိရတယ်စီးစနစ်တွေရှိရတယ်နော်ဘာပဲဖြစ်ဖြစ်ကျွန်တော်တို့ကဒီလမ်းကြောင်းအောင်သွားရင်ဘာတွေရှိတယ်ဘာတွေဖြစ်နိုင်တယ်ဆိုတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒါဆက်လက်လေ့လာပြီးတော့နော်အောင်မြင်တဲ့ကိုယ်ပိုင်စီးပွားရေးဗမာများဖြစ်ပြီးတော့နော်ဗမာမျိုးသားတွေပိုင်တဲ့စီးပွားရေးလောကကြီးထောင်